And chilly across the plateau, Cumberland County and Crossville, flags moving, but notice it is dry. I don't expect much more than maybe a random flurry here on the plateau. Maybe a slightly better chance of some light snow showers or flurries into the Smokies. These are the lower elevations, though, in Gatlinburg, where I wouldn't expect much more than maybe a dusting on the grassy surfaces, if that. We're still above freezing in the Gatlinburg area now at 34, and that's where we are in Knoxville. But it is colder, just breezy, like I showed you on the plateau. 28 for Crossville right now, 30 in Jamestown, and 32 in Wartburg, and we still have wind chill values in the low to mid 20s there, low 30s down through the valley. Gatlinburg now below freezing, wind chill wise anyway, at 29. But again, wind chill is just an apparent temperature, what it feels like to exposed skin. Doesn't do anything to the road surfaces or pipes, anything like that. It's just what it feels like if you're not bundled up. Pretty quiet now, but this little bit of snow that's coming through West Virginia will drop southward a little bit later tonight. Let's take a look from where we are now, take it into the morning, and you see that snow into the Smokies. So that's the better opportunity of seeing some accumulating snows tonight, but still not looking at a ton, maybe some 2 to 4 inch totals across the highest peaks, but back across our plateau Kentucky counties again, maybe the grassy areas, and that would include downtown Gatlinburg. I wouldn't expect much more than just a few grassy surfaces may get covered, a little bit on a windshield. That would be about it. You got to go to the highest peaks to see snow accumulation, and really that's where we would have travel issues if there were roads that were open, but the highest peaks, 441, those are closed. Elsewhere, it's not going to be an issue. As we go a little bit later tonight and tomorrow morning, though, we're talking near the freezing mark here, but 20s in the plateau, about 28 in Gatlinburg. So highest elevations, that's why we expect the better accumulations of snow there. And not much of a warm up through the day on our Saturday, only upper 30s here in the valley and mid 30s on the plateau. That's pretty chilly. We clear out enough Saturday night into Sunday morning that we're going to see some teens and 20s starting out. That'll be the coldest of this stretch. And then we start to moderate a little bit more. More sunshine on tap for Sunday, so we boost temperatures slightly. Some low 40s, but maybe if we're lucky, Bledsoe County like Pikeville, you're in the mid 40s there. Then we start to see a warming trend a late weekend into next week. 48 for Monday, low 50s Tuesday, into Christmas Day, about 55. And possibly by the time we get to next week, we're talking temperatures in the 60s. By the time we get to Saturday, that would be something, wouldn't it? Let's take a look at Christmas Day. Quiet start, but as I mentioned, can't rule out a few sprinkles, maybe some showers, especially later in the day. That's 4 o'clock, but the system's kind of weakening as it's pushing in. So not looking at a total washout by any means, but maybe more of a area of drizzle, maybe kind of more of a damp feel, especially later in the day, but we are warming up in the mid 50s, and as I mentioned, upper 50s by the end of next week, with some 60s possible by next weekend. Lori?